Maya. A lot of the coaches in Coach Basics, coaches in there too, or the people that started, they have done a call like this with me before. So that's probably, and I'm sure other people are like, what the hell is going on? But it helps when you're talking one-on-one. So yeah. So your teambeachbody.com.
Like, why the hell is it not loading here? Can I get rid of this launch Zoom thing?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to lose you? No. Okay. Come on. There it goes.
Okay. All right, so why don't we sign in? Did you take your test?
My certified fitness training test? Yeah. I did.
Oh, cool.
Got a 93.
Nice. That's awesome.
It is. For an old 50-year-old.
No way. I don't know if you know this, but my coach is my mom.
Yes.
Yeah. She got into this actually when she was like, I'd say like 55 maybe.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, so you set up my dashboard on the left-hand side.
Right.
And then you just hit edit profile. And then when you hit Emerald, you just want to make sure that they do want you to have your photos in there. So that's you have your basic info, and then you just need your photos.
Okay.
So you can just put whatever photo you want. You don't have to have a before and after. That throws people.
So not the one with
the it's not the first time I've heard it.
The sports bra and
yeah.
my gut hanging out.
Did you watch that Tommy Migrant?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did.
He's so fired up. I'm like,
He was great though. He was really.
Yeah, he really
held your attention. So.
Yeah, he definitely did. And then when you like slip away, he like yells. I'm like,
exactly.
I know. So okay, so you just need that photo in there, and then at the top. So just you can do that whenever after, and then if we go up to the top, where it says Coach, and then Coach Online Office.
Right. Okay. I don't know why my computer's so slow.
So this is our online. Have you ever been in here?
Yes.
Okay. So you sold a challenge pack, which was your husband.
Right.
So the way that I would know that is, do you see where it says 2?
Mm-hmm.
If you click that plus sign, you can see like who ordered it. If you click that 2 right there, you can see like when they ordered it, their name, their order number. So if it says that they ordered a challenge pack, I can go in there and see that for the month. When you are asking people to make free accounts with you, if you go down to where it says My Alerts on the left-hand side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is what the main thing you're probably going to be looking at is it says you have 1 new customer.
Mm-hmm.
Click that right there. That will show you that somebody made a customer account with you. Do you know who that is?
It's my husband.
Okay, that's your husband. That's when you bought the challenge pack. Okay. So that's how you find that out. So if somebody says to you, like, I made an account with you, then you know that they did through there. The link, we do it too. So the link that we give to our customers to make a free account with us is, hold on. I will send you the link, but everything that basically we are tracked by is our Coach ID. So if you go in the upper left-hand corner, that right there is your Coach ID.
Right.
So I will send you the link, and then at the end, you just put your Coach ID in it. And then when people are like, they're like, I want to, join your free group or whatever, then you will just ask them to make a free profile for themselves, and then you can add them to our free group.
Okay, so they have to do that first before they get put into the group.
Yes, and the reason why we do that is because our group, my free group, a lot of different coaches have different free groups, but this is specifically mine and then some of my coaches. which is like yours now. So you would add customers there if you wanted. The reason why we do that is because a lot of people will see that a P90X or Insanity or Shakeology, and they'll just go on to like teambeachbody.com or beachbody.com and they'll order. And if they're not linked to you as their coach, then it will just go automatically to a random coach.
Okay.
So that's why we ask them to make that free profile before they join our free group.
Okay.
And then when you're signed up your husband, and I have a, oh yeah, go ahead.
I'm just going to jot it down real quick.
Oh yeah, go ahead. And I'll show you the script that we do, because we have a script for everybody that we basically talk to, about like the reason why you're a little, so when I found you is because I emailed you and then I asked you to friend request me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we talked, and then I asked you to join. I think you were already ordering Shakeology at the time, and I just told you to get the discount. But some people, when they friend request us, they're not in any of our groups and they haven't ordered anything. So
well, that's what I'm worried about. How do I talk somebody into even trying Shakeology?
yeah.
I don't want to just automatically have them think that I'm just trying to be there just to sell them something.
Right, exactly. So what I do, because the reason is because a lot of the coaches in the group were people that I found through social media or Facebook or somewhere, and they started to follow me, and and then I added them to the free group, and that's how we built a relationship. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I don't ever require anybody to purchase anything through me, regardless of them ever ordering anything. They can just join my free group. And that's kind of why we've been really successful as a team, is because we don't focus on just buying something from us. We focus on either joining our challenge group, which you do have to purchase the challenge pack. But if you don't want to, then you can just join our free group.
Right.
In the past, the way that I used to do it, and maybe this will make you feel more comfortable, is I just strictly stuck to inviting them to my free group first and then asking them to join a challenge group. Would that be more comfortable for you?
I think it would make more sense.
Okay. Because
then it wouldn't be like pushing them to do it,
Right, exactly. So I will show you how to do that, okay? All right, so the first thing you might want to do in here is you're under My Business. This is where we find out, so at the bottom where it says My EFT, that is your automatic bank account. So Beachbody,
right. Which I did that already.
Oh, okay. So they usually give us like a check, but if we put that in the direct deposit. So you should have gotten a commission from your husband. So let's look into My Business. And then My Commissions. And you made $60.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Okay. So you should see that. What's today?
The 9th.
Okay, so we find out what we see, like what we earned the past week, and then we get that the next Thursday. So you will get $60 in your bank account next Thursday.
Okay.
So that's cool.
That is really cool.
So that's pretty much, so if somebody does order through you, if you go, My Business is pretty much the tab we use a lot, and it's under, you can get like My Orders, Customer Orders, and you can search things that way.
Okay.
All right, so let's talk about the free group, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So let's go on your Facebook. I see that you have Instagram, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to look at your Instagram name right now. What is it again? I started following you.
What did I put it as? KimKen65?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I should probably just put my real name, right?
Yeah, if you want, you can change it. It's like Kim Kenny, like fitness coach, certified trainer, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So you have your link on there, and it's public, so that's perfect. And it goes to your Facebook wall. Sometimes that is something that people will mess up on. Cool. So
Yeah, well, I watched that video and they said take the www out of it or something.
Yep. So do you have any questions about how you find people on Instagram?
No, because I watched that video. I haven't tried it yet because I'm not sure about actually inviting people yet.
Okay.
So I haven't tried that yet, but
Okay. You're not going to mess up if you invite, like, a couple different things that what I say is I just say, I'll search, like, you like to eat healthy and different, is that, you have a bird?
that's my Facebook notification.
Oh.
Let me just turn that off.
Oh.
I have a bird.
That's funny.
That's really funny.
I heard it before. I'm like, maybe it's just a bird. So what you can do is I go on to like hashtag clean eating. And then I'll just, instead of immediately saying like, friend me on Facebook, like I have a group. It's kind of like people are like, ew,
Right.
What I do is I will say, hey, like that's a great salad, or pizza. Like, did you make that pizza yourself? And then I'll start a conversation with them. And then they'll say, no. And then one of the questions that I ask is I'll say, how long have you been living a healthy lifestyle? And they'll say XYZ, I just started. And I'll say, I have a free group on Facebook. If you're interested in joining it, send me a friend request and I'll add you add you to the group. And then from there, it's their decision if they want to friend you or not. Okay. So they will friend you on Facebook and then you'll get a notification on your Facebook that you have a new friend. So when we're inviting these people, we are strictly inviting them to this free group, right? So once they get into the free group, they're going to see, and it's private, so nobody that's not in it can't see anything.
Right.
Once they're in that free group, they're going to see you posting and me posting and like Marilyn posting and all these different people posting. And we also talk about like the challenge groups that we offer. Once we have them in the group, then that's where we really start to build a relationship with them.
Okay.
And then we follow up and say like, so the first thing that I do is I set up my groups. So if you go to, did you add these to your favorites? Or are they, okay, so let's go to groups and then hit more. At where it says groups at the top.
Yeah, I haven't added them to my favorites, but I should so I can get to them.
Yeah, so let's do that right now so I can help you get, okay, go to groups at the top and then hover over the name groups and then hit more. And then hit add to favorites. That's our free group. So Team Bloom 6 is the free group. And then you see the snowflake next to it?
Yeah.
Hit that and then hit edit notifications. And then turn them so that you only see your friends that post. Otherwise, you're going to have that bird going off. Some people are like they don't use Facebook. You have a lot of groups, but a lot of people don't use Facebook. And they're like, oh my God, So then you can do the same for the other ones are like just briefly. So yeah, cool. So now if you go back to your home, those groups are at the top. You see how they're at the top now?
Right. Okay,
so the free group is the first one you have there. And then you have Coach Basics, which you're in right now. Mm-hmm. And then you have, that's the specific challenge group that you're in, March 30th.
Right.
That's when those groups are like exclusive groups where people get a challenge group pack. And then everybody is starting on the same day doing the challenge pack. So if you had somebody that you were talking to that wanted to join let's say today is like April 8th. In my mind, I would be inviting somebody to like our April 27th group.
So they would have time to get the challenge pack.
I want them to have time to like order, get the challenge pack, look it over, and then you start on a Monday. And we as coaches run all the challenge groups for coaches. You down the line, if you in June or like have some time and you want to do one, then you can. And Beachbody provides us with a script for everything to say post for 21 days.
Okay.
Which is cool. So That's that group. And then the coach group, if you go into the coach group, that's Team Boom coaches with the light bulb. This is the group where just coaches are. Okay. So in the file tab, this is where we have all of our like Team Boom recordings. So the very first one is the one that we're going to look at, the script at the top, general invite script. And then if you can just click it. And I don't know if you work from like your phone too, but I will usually save these Google Docs on my notes. And that way, if I'm like doing stuff on my phone, I can do it. Okay. So hypothetically, let's say somebody sends you a Facebook, the person with the pizza, right? They sent you the friend request. And then you're going to accept them. So usually my rule of thumb is like, I accept people that I feel comfortable accepting.
Okay.
If it's somebody that you don't feel comfortable accepting, then don't just say delete and just leave it at that. But if you look at the person's profile and you feel like it's good, then you can accept them. And then I say, thanks for the ad. I love connecting with others that are creating a healthy lifestyle. And then I ask them questions like, like, what are some of your fitness goals? Simple as that, right? And then if they don't follow up, because chances are most people don't follow up on Facebook because they might see it and then they might like run off to the store. Like everybody that I interact with, I have to follow up with at least twice, because it's not because they don't want to talk to me. It's just because they like legit are busy. Or like they have, maybe they saw it and they didn't. Some will respond, some won't. Then I ask them, are you interested? Wait, I feel like there's a step missing in this.
Oh, fine. Steer me wrong.
No, I'm reading it.
I'm just kidding.
I know. Okay, so once they talk about their fitness groups, I'll update this, but usually there should be a step right here that says, I have a free fitness group. Are you interested in joining it? Because we have here. Are you still interested in joining our free fitness group? Are you still interested? Because that's what you originally asked them on Instagram.
Right.
And if they say yes, then I say, awesome, here's the link. Do you mind messaging me once you have a minute to do it? And then I'll add you to the group. So this is your free link. You just replace it with your coach ID.
Right here. Okay.
Yep. And then when they fill it out, again, then I send, they'll say like I did, or I'll say I'm checking back. Are you still interested in joining? If they don't respond, and then say I want. This is where usually people respond to me, is when I say like I'm going to reach out one last time. And then some people will ask, why do I have to make a free profile? And then we explain why. Because honestly, like the website itself is pretty awesome. Like they have free recipes, and like if you were to go to beachbody.com like you did, like you were given that website anyways, because it's going to help you with other things. So kind of tell them different things that they can, use it for. If they say that they already have an account, because some people will buy products and they don't realize it, but they get assigned coaches. So they might like have a coach, but never reach out to them.
Right.
And if they don't have a coach that they're not working with, because we don't want to steal people's customers, but if they have somebody that's not working with them, or they don't even know who they are, then they can switch to you.
Okay.
That's how they do it.
Yep.
Once you do that, let's go back to the Facebook.
Go back where at the Facebook?
Yep. So once they make that, then what you're going to do is go to the home. You're going to add them to the Team Boom 6 group. And again, this is just like a way to like you said, you want to like build a relationship with these people. Like the best people that turn to coaches are the people that are like using the programs and the products.
Right.
And that's kind of how like Marilyn Bourget was a customer lead that I got. Actually, no, I found her on a Facebook P90X fan page. And like 2 years ago, and she's one of my coaches now. So then what you do is you add them to the group right there.
Mhm.
Then you just click on add people to group under where it says, oops. Yep. I think you can do that. I think, so what you do is once you're friends with them, you can type in their name. So let's say like,
And it'll just come up and it'll.
Yeah. Yep.
Highlight.
And then you just add them to the group. And then every day there's like a daily thread in this group. Like it says like Thursday, Friday. So I tag the person. I say, hey, here's our free group. Enjoy it. Let me know if you have any questions. Introduce yourself. Okay. And then, then what we do is on the invite step, the next step is I just let them be in there for like a day. And then I follow up with them again on the in the invite step. If you want to go back to that script.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I think
This
it's still, is it still at the top? Oh, no, it's not. Is it at the top still?
Is it? Oh, this one?
Up in the left-hand corner, it says free group invite steps in your tab.
Under the files, you mean?
No, up in the, up on the browser. Is it still up there?
No, I don't see
No?
it.
Okay. Maybe I'm just seeing things.
Or
All
I'm
right, so,
not.
yeah, go back to the, I guess, in the file tab in the coach group.
Basics.
In the Team Boom coaches.
Boom.
And what I would suggest doing is just taking this script and putting it on a Word document on your desktop.
Oh, I see what you mean. I'm sorry. It was
Yeah.
right.
I was like, am I seeing things?
Sorry.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of faded, so I can't really totally see it. Can you click on it?
Yep.
Okay. So go back to that. And then if you scroll down, this is just basically like saying like the next step is like thanking them. Oops, sorry, go back up. Like thanking them. Oops. Okay, so thanking them to being in the group, like what the group's about, and then another like after another day goes by, if you go down, I ask them usually to be like a co-leader in the group, like post pictures and encourage others. And usually this kind of like brings people out of their shell because people don't like realize that they can post in there.
Right.
And then once you ask them to take that like role, they start to like engage with people more and feel more comfortable doing it because you ask them to do it. And then a lot of people have met so many people, like friends through these groups, like that are like lifelong fitness friends, which is kind of cool. So if you scroll down from this point, oh, am I echoing? All right, there we go. See, so ask them what they like about the group. Ask them to take like a co-leadership role. So you can do two things at this point. If you find somebody that is really like, liking the group and doing everything, I would probably at that point ask them to join one of our challenges. This document goes into asking them to be a coach, but in my experience, the best coaches are challengers.
Okay.
Because people that are like using the programs and products first and experiencing like what we do, because those are the people that are like usually going to be the most like passionate about it. So you can see that this business isn't something that just like happens overnight, because it's building a relationship with people, and then it's getting them to see the value in the programs, in the healthy lifestyle. But some people will be in this group and they'll just be like rocking it out, posting, and they're like want to be a coach, so depends on the person. But usually what I would suggest doing is after you get them in that free group, I would ask them if they want to join one of our challenges. And the way that we do that is if you go to the coach group, this is the script where you're talking about inviting people to challenge groups. So if you go to the challenge pack scripts, the one that I use is the 21-day fix extreme script.
Okay.
And that's the first one. So if you click on that, the reason why I invite the 21-day fix is because, are you doing that?
Yeah.
Okay. The reason why I invite people to this group is because it's a short challenge. So people are more likely to commit.
Right.
It's focusing on nutrition, which a lot of people like really need. The workouts are like easy to do, and there's modifiers, and it's just like all around probably like the number one program that I would suggest to basically anybody.
I agree.
You know, so you are going to get people to want to do like Body Boost or like PiYo or things like that, but those programs don't focus around the nutrition as much, whereas this does. So people get the best results from these. So I usually tend to stick to this one.
And not only that, it's on the commercials like 5 times a day.
Yeah,
So
right.
people probably know it. Just, they probably see
There's,
it.
and that's actually like those commercials are the customers that we're getting from Beachbody.
Right.
So they are spending, that's why it's like important to get to Emerald, because they're spending all this millions and millions of dollars promoting these programs, and they're giving them to people that are Emerald coaches, which is so cool,
Right.
So this is, let's see. So for this one, if you go down, the main way that I ask people, it's in a very like non-threatening way, and I'm not directly asking the person to join. I'm doing it in a third person way. And you do it through, if you go down a little bit, through this invite right here, step 1. I say, I don't know if you would be interested, since you probably have your own health and fitness, but we're starting a 21-day private group here on Facebook ending April. You have to change the date. I'm looking for some people to join our group. I was wondering if you or anyone you knew were interested. So I'm not asking the person directly. I'm asking if they know anybody, and chances are usually they're like me.
Mm-hmm.
So then that starts to like pique the interest of them like wanting to learn more. Before I give them price or anything, because usually people are like, how much? I want them to like see the value in what we can offer through these challenge groups. And so what we do is we start to bridge the conversation with questions. So if you go down,
Instead of just immediately blurting out how much
like if I'm immediately like, it's 160, they're like, no, but they don't see like the value behind what we have to offer along with it. So if somebody says the price, I say it depends on what you want.
Mm-hmm.
How about if I ask you some questions to see if this would work for you? And then if they just say like, yes, I want some information, I'll send them that next. The first one's that they like ask price on right up front. And the second one is, I'm glad you're interested. We're starting the 21-day fix. It's a 21-day program. It includes a meal plan, eat, follow, simple portion containers, tells you exactly what to do and how much to eat. Plus, we will surround ourselves with positive people and keep us motivated. Let me ask you some questions to make sure this is right for you. Is that okay? And then the interview is really the most important part. I usually pick like 2 or 3 questions to ask them. Mm-hmm. I'll do it one at a time. I don't send them all the questions at once. Usually I'll ask, how many times in the last 5 years would you say you've tried to lose weight, but you haven't reached your goal? And usually people they're very honest with you, because people that they don't know you are usually the people that are just going to tell you how it is. Like 6 times, 5 times. I have a gym membership. I've never been able to lose weight, whatever it is. I ask them, have you ever tried a Beachbody program before? They might say yes, or they've tried, but they haven't been able to like complete it. And the other one I really like to ask is, would you benefit from being a part of a group or sharing and helping each other through the program? Because that's probably like the number one thing that most people don't have, is that.
Right.
The other one I really like, it's not on here, but if they tell me, I really want to lose like 30 pounds or 15 pounds, like I ask them, how would it make you feel if you did hit that goal weight? So it's really about like really bringing them to the surface of like, what would it make you feel if you really did do those things? Because if they follow this program, they're going to get results. And the biggest thing is people just need that like support and like somebody to help them through it.
And they need to think about those things first before they think about the money part of it.
Exactly. Because if you just say like 160, they're like not thinking about like,
like my friend
ways. Like all the different ways that it can help you. And that's why our challenge groups and our free groups are so awesome, because they see all these other people getting these results, and they see motivation and support and people are tagging them, and it's like our challenge, like our Coach Basics, like somebody has a question, they're like, me too, so once you get them into these challenge groups, that's where they really start to see results. And if somebody gets a challenge pack with me in January, like I'll still they can still join my one in like March. I don't really care. Usually people will at that point follow, like if they really like the programs and the products, they'll become either a discount coach just for the discount and because they want to join those challenge groups every month, or they'll be somebody that like really wants to do what we're doing because like they got the results and they love the programs and they want to help other people. So and that's what basically everybody in Coach Basics came from.
Right.
So once they say what, like the reasons of why they want it, then I say, I give them all the reasons why this group is going to help them. And then I ask them if they've ever heard of the program before. Some people have, but some people haven't. So I have them watch these 3 videos. So the first one is the extreme version, and then the regular version, and then what a challenge group is. Because some people have no idea what a challenge group is. Actually, like 90% of people don't know what that is. And then I go over like what the program is again. You can use either one. Usually I'll send them the videos to look over. And then I ask them what they liked about the videos. And at that point, they're so much more committed into seeing the value of $160 compared to like before them like seeing anything behind it,
Right.
And then if you go down to the bottom, depending on which one they like, sometimes people will pick the extreme, some people will pick the regular. Depending on the person, I usually will be like, I would suggest based on like their goals, I would suggest like the regular, or I would suggest the extreme. Which one are you doing?
Right now, the extreme.
Okay.
But I've done the regular too.
Okay. So you have a good idea of like both.
Oh yeah.
So then you tell them like everything that's included in the challenge pack. So basically a challenge pack, since that's what you got for your husband, a challenge pack gives you, so usually Shakeology for a customer is $140 or $130 plus tax, $140, right? Challenge packs are a great value because they're getting all of this plus the Shakeology.
Right.
So the 21-day fix is $160. Usually there's a couple months out of the year that they will like lower it down to $140. And that's when really people are like, they're basically getting the whole program for free with Shakeology.
Right.
Like this month is PiYo and PiYo challenge pack. It's $140. So it's basically getting like the whole PiYo with Shakeology. And the whole point of the challenge packs are obviously because they're getting everything they need plus Shakeology. But as coaches, when we are Emerald and we make Success Club 5, which have you heard people saying that?
Yes.
Okay. And you're like, what the hell? What is that?
That's with the points, right?
Yeah. So basically a challenge pack is 2 points. So if you help 5 people with a challenge pack per month, Success Club 10, and then Beachbody gives us Shakeology customers. So I believe that's how I got you.
Okay.
Because I made Success Club and you ordered Shakeology, right?
I did.
So that's how I got you, because I made Success Club in, I think you were a customer lead in like January? Maybe?
Yes.
So I made Success Club in December, and then Beachbody gave in January. They will give me Shakeology customers, and then those are when you get Shakeology customer when you get customer leads. So there's two different sources. Customer leads are when we become Emerald, we get customers, and we don't get the initial commission from the customer. We just get them as our customer. And then if they ever order in the future, we get 25% commission.
Okay.
When you make Success Club 5, which is, let's say December, I helped 5 people with the challenge pack. In January, I get Shakeology leads. And right away, I get that commission. So that's $30. Like when you ordered Shakeology, I, as your coach, immediately got $30. So a lot of people would, maybe like I could just forever keep getting your $30, or I could reach out to you and say like, why don't you get a 25% discount? And that's usually what I do because I'm more in the process of like helping other coaches like build their business.
Right.
You know what I mean? Some people will just stick with the commission, which in the short term you will make more, but in the long term, like Tommy was talking about, it's more about finding those other people that want to be coaches too. So that's kind of the cool thing that Beachbody gives us. So they have guaranteed every person that orders Shakeology will go to coaches that make Success Club. So, so then after that, after they see everything includes, what's that?
I hit the wrong button.
I'm like,
There it is.
At the bottom.
Now, if they don't want a challenge pack.
Honestly, like at this point, they're like invested in the challenge group.
Okay.
In order to get in the challenge group, I'm like, you need a challenge pack. And that's usually what I tell people.
Okay.
I don't like when these people get in, let's say like Tommy said, like somebody is so gung-ho and like not getting a challenge, like they just want the fix. Like you can still add them to our challenge groups, but chances are they're going to see other people with the Shakeology and be like, I want that. Another reason why it's really great for them to get challenge packs, which I don't talk about in the beginning, but if they get a challenge pack, if they want to be a coach in the future, they can sign up for free because Beachbody waives the one-time $40 sign up.
Right.
So that's pretty cool, but they get to do that. But usually by the time you're going through this whole process with them, they're like, I want to be in the challenge, and this is the challenge pack that goes with it, So that's kind of cool. And we like break down the prices too, like 70 workout DVDs. Like they also get 30 days of the club membership on demand, which is awesome because they get basically all the all the P90X, Turbo Fire, Les Mills Pump. Trying to think of other ones that are in there. Chalene Extreme, which is really good.
P90X, the T25, I think.
T25 isn't in there, but if you purchase 21 Day Fix or PiYo or T25, then they upload it into your on demand.
Okay, that's how that works.
Yeah. So I just thought, like, when I go in there, I see the 3 because I got it myself. Except for, yeah. So at the bottom, if somebody's going to order through you, it's the same steps that you gave when you ordered your husband's. You put your screen name in there, and then they're just like ordering the challenge pack. So instead of going to like coach, be a coach, like they're just going to shop all programs, and then the challenge pack. And then when you put your screen name in there, that links them to you.
Okay.
At the bottom, this goes over, I always say like the most important part is not just selling the challenge pack and being like, okay, I'm done. Like it's after they get the challenge pack. Like that's when like some people will be like, oh, I'm done. I'm going to move on to like my next Success Club point, You can't do that because like these people are the most, like the biggest people that are probably going to join your team because they're now like invested in these programs, these products, and you as a coach. So after they get the challenge group, I add them to our challenge group. I introduce them. And then in the file tab, there's like after they get the challenge pack script that you can like send them like how to make Shakeology, like how the challenge group works. And it's set up just like this. And then I'm just in the challenge groups with them.
Right.
Struggling. And at the bottom here, if you were to ask people, the ultimate goal is to get these people to eventually become coaches. Because if they like the programs, people that are coaches are 110 times more accountable to their own fitness. So that's one benefit, even if they don't want to do the business. They also get a discount on Shakeology. A lot of people just fall in love with the challenge groups and they don't even know that they can be a coach. Like people think that you have to be like a certain certification or whatever. So right there it says convert coach after a challenge pack. That explains, it basically is asking them like, how do you like Shakeology? And they'll say like, I like it. And I'll say like, are you thinking of ordering it again? And they'll say, yeah, I like it. I'm, losing. I usually like get them in the challenge group and then I let them like have a week or a week and a half of like in the challenge group to like start to see results, like, doing the programs. You're definitely going to see people that fall off for sure. And then you just ask them, and then it basically explains like the coach discount if they want to just do it for that way, or they can do the coaching and then it goes from there. So does this give you a better idea?
It does.
Okay.
I really appreciate you spending time.
Do you have any other questions about the groups?
I think I'm pretty much set with that.
Okay.
It's just actually doing it for the first time. And
I know.
Screwed up.
Well, that's the hardest part for everybody is honestly, you can't screw it up. Like if you are going to fail. Like, okay, you are going to mess something up. Like today I sent something to somebody and said like, hi name. Like, like I was like, oh shoot, you are going to mess up. Like nobody's, every day I like make a mistake. So it's not something that, it is nerve wracking to send out your first invites because it's so different and like outside of your comfort zone.
Right.
But usually I think of it this way, like if nobody invited me into a challenge group, like people don't even know this exists, like people will get in these groups and be like, this is like a whole new world.
Right.
Like, we don't know that this exists. So that's kind of what I think about every time it's like awkward for me to like invite somebody. You definitely, obviously, like the more people you invite, the chances of people getting into your free groups and the people doing these challenges is higher.
Right.
But initially it's just like doing those first couple invites and doing it and doing it consistently.
Right. And then learning as I go, obviously.
Right.
I mean, you have to do it over and over in order to finally get the gist of it.
Yeah. Like this, I started 2 years ago and this is exactly what I do on a daily basis. Like it's no more harder than this. This is it. I get up, I do my invites, I go on my challenge groups and I invite people to my challenge group. And that's pretty much what I do. So once you get this down, it's like, there's nothing really else.
Except for following up if people get back to you.
Yeah. The way that I do that is I do it through my messages on Facebook. So if you go into your messages, what I do is I use my Facebook like email, right?
Mm-hmm.
I go into my Facebook. So go in your messages where it says to, and then click on a message.
I'll click on yours.
Yeah. There you go. And then hit that little snowflake.
Yep.
And we're going to go over this tomorrow in the group. And then hit see full conversation. Okay. So this is how I do my follow-ups. I use this like an email. Okay. So I have my message on the right here. So I know exactly what's going on and I can type. And then I have the next messages on the left. Hello?